Hi, and welcome back to Newbreed Film Reviews. We are on episode 28, and on this episode, we're going to talk about our Netflix recommendations. So if you guys have Netflix, which if you don't, then you're living under a freaking rock, and we're going to recommend the movies that we have on there. It's $8 a month. Sign up.
Stop being a cheap bastard and get some
So
Netflix.
I got Dave. I got Dave on the podcast with me.
What's up?
And I got Paulie.
I'm back.
And, we're just going to touch on the movies that we really like that's on there. What's cool is that, when we talk about new movies in the theaters, you might not have the chance to get to a new movie in the theater, but here we might hit on some movies that you might really like, and all you got to do is go push the play button on Netflix. So, who wants to take it in? Who wants to go for our first recommendation? Our lists are going to be pretty big, so we're going to try to briefly go over the ones that we really like. We might overlap each other. But we could probably go for days on movies that are on Netflix right now. So.
I got a big ass list. I had to literally stop writing. Cause, and I got some
yeah,
movies.
I gave up too.
Dude, I got some movies that are like bullshit that are just like blah, and I got some that are good, but every time I saw a movie, I'm like, oh, maybe they didn't see that one. That's worth watching. Maybe they didn't see that one. So I had to put the pen down.
What about that one?
Well, I had a feeling that I wasn't going to make a list of movies that you guys haven't seen because, A, I don't know what you haven't seen.
Dude, good luck with me.
I know that most of them you have. So I just decided to make a list of movies that I want to see that I recommend just in case you haven't. And maybe the fans might want to see. Yeah, Dave's basically going to run this whole shit on his own.
I tell you what, pick Pixar and you'll get me.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything Pixar, I have not seen it.
Yep.
So, who's kicking it off?
I'll kick it off.
I'll do it. First recommendation. All right.
So my first one is a movie that I heard about on a different podcast that I listened to, and they basically crapped all over it, saying it was the worst horror movie they've ever seen. Out of 5 stars, they gave it a half a star.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
However, a lot of very positive reviews on this movie. Some say it's one of the best horror movies. I haven't watched it yet, but I plan on it. It's called Babadook.
Never heard of it. Right.
I haven't either. I don't know.
I heard of it. I heard it too. I've heard of it too, but
it's a movie that I'm definitely going to give a watch because of the two extremes of the ratings on it. Like, people either absolutely hate it and just shit all over it, or they loved it and praised it and said it's the best thing they've ever seen. So because of that huge contrast and there's no like gray area, that's probably the top of my list. I just gotta find the time for it.
Babadook. Interesting. Is it a foreign movie?
I'm gonna write that down.
I don't know.
I'm gonna write that down as a maybe watch for me. So
there you go.
I don't know.
All right, what you got, Dave?
Title sounds a little suspect.
We could watch it together, Brian.
All right, so like I said, on my list, I have some movies that are blah, you know what I mean? But I enjoyed them when I was bored. So I got one. It's a low-budget sci-fi movie. It's called The Machine, and I think I brought it up on another episode.
Yeah, I think you've brought that up before.
Has this hot-ass blonde chick. She's like a gymnast in real life or a martial artist. The movie's about like artificial intelligence and like a badass android. The soundtrack was cool. I like the music. And for a low-budget AI movie, I enjoyed it. And that should be on Netflix. It's called The Machine.
Okay.
What do you guys got?
Brian.
Cool. So, Dave, I'm gonna force you into watching this movie eventually. I need you to watch this. So you can just get on
it's
the same
on there,
level.
right?
Start
It's on Netflix.
Click the play button on Netflix, please.
All right.
Watch the damn movie, Dave.
It's one of my top comedies.
Dude, if I waste 2 hours of my life, I'm gonna blame you. I'm gonna blame you and Paul.
Super Troopers.
I don't even think it's 2 hours, dude. I think you'll be okay. It's an hour and a half.
Okay.
Well, Brian's like frozen on my screen right
now.
now.
Top 10.
I can hear him.
I told you. Give me 15.
Yeah,
I told you. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me 15 minutes. You watch it for 15 minutes and
you're breaking up a little, dude.
Yeah, dude. You're disappearing.
Try to cut your video feed.
Okay.
Just for a little bit.
How am I?
Okay.
Am I now? I'm good.
Pretty picture of you.
All right. So, 15 minutes, Dave. You give me 15 minutes, or any of the viewers out there, or any of the listeners, 15 minutes on Super Troopers. You don't laugh within the first 15 minutes. You cut it off, and you tell me how much you hate it.
Okay.
All right? I stand on that.
All right.
I back him up on that. 100%.
Okay. You co-sign on that, Paul?
Yep.
15 minutes. Well, 5 minutes. You'll get the first 5 minutes. You start laughing.
5 minutes for sure, but 15 minutes is.
So that's
okay.
That's one of my top recommendations.
All right. Paul, you got one?
What do you got, Dave?
Yeah.
Or Paul?
So this next one is another one I've been meaning to watch, but it's a little bit longer. It's about 3 hours, I believe, for this movie, so it's really tough to find time for that. It's The Wolf of Wall Street.
Dude, that was on my list.
And it's Scorsese, right? He did that movie.
Yes.
And Leo.
Yes.
So it's a movie I have to watch. It's just a matter of getting the time to sit down and watch it, because that's, there's some movies that are worth that kind of time to dedicate, but when it comes to a new movie that you're not going to a theater to see,
to
sit on your couch for 3 hours dedicated to one movie is a tough
Dude,
one to do.
Besides,
let's just say,
let's
just say that it walks a fine line with pornography. It does.
Yeah, dude. Besides, Django Unchained, like, it's probably Leonardo DiCaprio's best performance. Like, it was, he was fantastic. It was entertaining. But for me, it's not one of those movies that I will watch over and over. I saw it once, and I won't watch it for like another year or two. But you have to watch it at least once. It was good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely did a great performance in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And to piggyback, I'm not going to jump over everyone, but you just mentioned it, and that's one of my other recommendations, Django Unchained.
Oh, that's right. That is on Netflix
right
now.
Yes.
Yep. So, Paulie, I know you are not much of a Tarantino fan, but that's actually one of my top Tarantino movies.
I've tried watching that movie twice. I didn't hate it, but I fell asleep both times, so I don't really know the middle part. I woke up for the ending. I saw a lot of dead bodies.
I gave you blueberry. I gave you my last apple.
Yeah. That movie's great.
Heard a lot of racial slurs.
Yeah.
But I still have no freaking idea what happened in the middle of that movie.
Yeah. No, dude, it's an instant classic for me. Like, it's pretty amazing. It's very entertaining. I liked it. The German dude was great. Schultz or whatever his name is. Christoph.
Yeah. I think Jamie Foxx did awesome in it. Leonardo DiCaprio did awesome in it. And then, Schultz, whatever his name is, the German guy, I forgot.
He's
they all did amazing. And it's a fun ride. Like, yes, there's a lot of racial slurs in it, but, I mean, it is taking place during the slavery era, which that's a common word used. So.
Right. All right. I got one for you guys. I don't know if you saw it, but for the audience listening, it's called Mud. It's with Matthew McConaughey. And
that's on my list, too.
That's on Netflix. It was a very good movie. It was like a regular acting movie. It had bits of action in it, but I was entertained. I thought Matthew...
Sorry, what movie was it?
It's called Mud.
Mud, okay.
M-U-D. And it got like some buzz, so I checked it out, and I did think it was a very good movie. Vintage McConaughey.
Like, I personally... Yeah, it is. It's great. And it's such a simple storyline, but it's really cool.
Yes.
And I think, I'll put my stamp on this. I think the kid, if he sticks with it, I think he was a pretty good actor. That main little kid.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is. Played like Ellis or something like that. And I think he's gonna take off. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it was a good movie, man. I liked it. Whose pick?
It's Brian's.
I just did Django Unchained, but I'll go again.
Oh, you were counting that as yours?
Yeah, I just thought you threw that in.
No, I got plenty. I got tons.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. No. I would say Leon the Professional.
Dude, that's on my list.
No.
Yeah, that's on my list, dude. Fantastic movie.
It is.
Love that movie.
It's so stylized, too, how it's shot.
Gene Reno.
It just has such a cool feel to it, yeah. And Natalie Portman as as a kid in the movie.
Yep.
I don't know how old she is in there,
She
but
was like 11 or 12.
She's really young. But yeah, no, that's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, that's an awesome movie, dude. And it's like, if I had a nickel for every time I brought that up to somebody and they never heard of it, like I'd be rich right now. I'm like, you never seen Leon the Professional? That shit's an awesome fucking movie. Good pick with that.
So this next thing, this is a movie I'm going to bring up to you guys. I know you have both. I believe this is actually.
Sleeper. It's definitely a sleeper.
What? Was that just really delayed? Or what happened?
I think Brian's getting our feed like a little delayed.
That was so weird.
Brian, can you hear us in real time right now? Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, he says
it's not real time.
Dude, it's not real time. You just said yeah, I can like 3-4 seconds later.
Or maybe he is saying it in real time and
did
we're
I?
getting
So
it
no.
3 to 4 seconds later.
Yeah. I tell you what, let's
I just had to cancel. I just got off the internet, got off everything.
Okay.
So
can you hear us now?
We got nothing draining it. I don't know what the hell's wrong.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're good.
All right. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay. So more technical difficulties as always. This next movie is one I think you guys brought up in the text message the other night. Snowpiercer, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So what were your thoughts on it? I didn't watch it, but you don't have to give me a review, but I'm sorry, that's so difficult.
All right. Can I recommend?
What? You coming in like 5 seconds later?
There's like a 10-second delay. We ask
so awesome.
Dude, we ask a question and the answer comes through like 10 years later.
We should do like the whole podcast like this. Yeah, he's coming back.
Okay.
He's coming back. Dude, that was funny.
I hope he can hear that delay when he listens back to this.
All right, you got me now? Am I all right now?
You on.
Answer us right now.
Say one.
Am I good?
Hello?
Right now.
Keep this recording.
Say one. Say one, dude. Right now. Say one. Can you say one?
One.
All right. I think the delay is better. I think it's getting better. All right. On the count of 3, Brian, say one, okay? 1, 2, 3.
1.
All right, we're good.
1, 2, 3.
We're good.
It's better. Okay.
Unless that was the one from like 15 seconds ago.
That's my delayed one right there. That was the one from. We're in the Matrix right now. I'm delaying.
Brian, no bull. Paul was saying something. You came in with like with a response from like something else. You were like, "Yes, it was fantastic." I'm like I don't even know what you said, dude. Me and Paul were like, "What are you talking about?"
No, I was talking about Snowpiercer. He brought up Snowpiercer.
Yeah, but your response was like 10 seconds into my next question.
All we heard was like, yes. Oh, God. All right, Paul, go ahead, dude.
Well, Paul, let me first recommend.
He's having a laughing attack right now.
Yeah, he is. Let me recommend that you go to our podcast and you look up Snowpiercer. We did a full review on there. It's definitely worth a watch.
Did you do a review on it? I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I'll have to check it out. That must have been sent through one of Dave's many Facebook messages.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wake up in the morning
cool.
to freaking 30 new messages, all from Dave, one word each.
No,
I'm actually known for that, dude.
I know.
He's a machine gun messenger.
Dude,
he'll shoot like 1 or 2 at a time.
Yeah, dude, I've
different guns.
Dude, I've scared off chicks with that style. True story.
So I'll go back and I'm gonna watch that movie and then I'll listen to the review because it's a spoiler cast, right?
It is.
Okay, so yeah, I'll listen to it after I watch the movie because I don't want it spoiled. Mm-hmm. But so I'm gonna use that as my pick. Was that question?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute, was that the lady ass?
Don't start this again. Do not start this again. I can't handle it.
Let me, dude, what if I cut my video feed? Hold on a second.
Wait, he's delayed that much? All right, I'll cut mine too.
Brian, can you hear us, dude?
How we doing? How we doing right now?
You know what this is reminding me of, though? Now, whenever I just see your pictures, right? So, but whenever you talk, there's a blue square that lights up around it. So it reminds me of some, like, 1960s, 1970s, like, version of a computer in a sci-fi movie where, like, when the computer talks to them, there's, like, one light that...
Yeah.
That's what it's reminding me of right now. Mm-hmm. It's weird. But, all right, back to the podcast.
Bro, are you there, dude?
I'm here. I'm waiting for you.
All right, that was nice and instant. Nice. Good.
How about you two guys come with video and let's see what happens?
All right.
Because maybe it's me.
His video feed looked bad to me. Yours.
Let me just keep off. If we're working right now, let me just keep it the way it is.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Paul.
That was it. That's what I was using as my pick. So one of you guys can go.
Okay. All right. So this is an older movie, and you guys probably saw this, but it's fantastic. It's called Good Will Hunting.
And, oh yes.
Yeah, I know you guys would have seen
That's on my list too.
Is that on Netflix?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yes, it is.
I wasn't like a big Matt Damon fan. And I heard it was a pretty amazing movie, and I gave it a shot, and man, I was blown away.
Yeah, yep, that movie is just great. And Robin Williams, how good is Robin Williams in that movie? Yeah, man,
rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Any movie does, but that movie was just fantastic.
Anybody that says with Matt Damon that he has no acting credit, tell him to go back, and watch that movie, and you can definitely
absolutely
stand on that.
Yes. Great film.
Ben Affleck, he was like, he was okay in the movie, but definitely Matt Damon carried the movie.
Yep, I agree. Who's pick, Bri?
Yeah. So this one I went and saw in the movie theaters by myself in the middle of the day, and I've never done that before, so this is the first time I went and did it because I really wanted to check it out. I'm a big time zombie movie fan, and I like Brad Pitt too. So World War Z is one of my picks. If you haven't got a chance to see it,
dude, it's been in my list for so long, and I still haven't hit play on it.
Yeah, I recommend checking it out. It's really cool. It's kind of like a different take on zombies, and the special effects aren't that great in the movie. Like they kind of look rubbery, but I think not to spoil the movie, they do, but not to spoil the movie. But I think the end concept of the movie and just the way that they take on how zombies are created or how zombies pick people, I think it's pretty cool. And in the end of the movie, Brad Pitt's got some balls of steel, so definitely worth watching.
Always,
yeah, I liked World War Z. Like you said, Bri, the effects were kind of rubbery, a little disappointing for a blockbuster like that, but it was a good take on a zombie film. It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was kind of like a first.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's go? Your go, Paul?
Yes. So my next movie is a Michael Bay film.
All right. See you later, guys.
But I really enjoy this one. It's got two guys that I do love to watch, and it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Mark Wahlberg.
Okay. And
the name of the movie is Pain and Gain.
Fantastic movie.
Loved it.
Really entertaining.
Yep, it really was.
Can we just have that on record again? I just want to play it twice on the podcast that Dave, you just said fantastic movie for a Michael Bay movie.
I loved Pain and Gain.
Because when he's not trying to do a Transformers type action movie, he can do a pretty decent job.
I think he can. I like him for some stuff. I like Bad Boys 2, Armageddon. Those are good films.
Yeah. But that was just a great movie
dude, The Rock
all
was
the
hilarious.
Actors in it. Oh, he was so funny. I can't get into specifics because it'll spoil parts of the movie, but there's a grilling scene. They're grilling
my God,
food.
dude, yes.
Watch it. You will die. You're going to die.
Yes.
It's hilarious. So that's probably, as far as my picks of movies that I have seen and I recommend, that's up there. That is such a good movie.
That's a good pick, dude. Very entertaining. All right. Can I drop one for you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Please do.
All right. I kind of try to pick obscure movies in a way. This one is like a really low budget flick, and it's like a regular acting movie. And like I shit on Nick Cage a lot, but actually I like Nick Cage, and it saddens me that he just makes bullshit movies.
Yeah.
But I saw this low budget movie called Joe, and it's on Netflix now. And it's kind of like it's a regular acting movie, it's a drama, and it was good. Like I really enjoyed it. He kind of played like I'm not really spoiling it, but he's kind of was like a mentor to like this troubled kid. And I recommend it if you want to watch a halfway decent drama. But it is low. It is low budget.
It's the kid from Mud, isn't it?
Honestly, dude, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I think so.
It's just called Joe?
Yeah, it's called Joe.
All right.
And,
yeah, I saw it pop up in my news feed.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It may be boring to some because it's like a regular acting movie, and it's lower budget, but it's not poorly done lower budget.
But acting movies are some of the best movies.
Yes.
All right, like you had said, Dave, I tried to pick kind of like movies that weren't like top picks, kind of like indie films or ones that like weren't top blockbusters.
Yeah.
And this is one of my all-time favorites, and it makes my top 10 films, Boondock Saints. And if you haven't had the chance to see it, it has Norman Reedus before he got all big with Walking Dead, and he plays with Sean something, probably some Irish name.
He's been I want to say his name is Jason something or
I don't know.
He's been in a few movies.
Great film. It just follows two brothers, basically turned into vigilantes. Sick of the way that the crime is, and it's a cool ride, and it's a low budget film. The other ones, they suck too. I guess the third one's supposed to come out, and I read the storyline and it was like, no, please don't do it. But
the second one wasn't too bad.
Nah, first one was all around classic, and they tried to capitalize on it, and I don't think they did very well. Yeah, but Boondock Saints, first one.
Yeah, the first one was magic, dude. Some of the cast is Willem Dafoe, acting legend, very underrated.
Willem Dafoe.
Sean Patrick Flannery, that's the guy who played in Powder.
Yep.
He's one of the brothers. Norman Reedus, as you stated, Brian, and Bill Connolly's in it. He's like this, he's like a comic. He's been in a few movies. He was kind of funny in that movie. I think he was the dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic, man.
That's good, and that's a sleeper. Not a whole lot of people know it. It's kind of like a cult classic.
Yeah, a lot of quotes like that are popular from that movie.
Yes, Spiritus Sanctus. Everybody's got those tattoos of the two Latin words. What is it? Aquarius and something. I can't remember the other Latin word, but the ones that they have tattooed on their hands.
Yeah. Is it my pick or Paul's?
You can go.
Okay. All right. This is a all-time classic. It's by Martin Scorsese, and Robert De Niro is my favorite actor of all time. I think I've touched on that. I love Scorsese, and I think if you haven't seen Taxi Driver with De Niro, that's a crime. You know what I mean? So Taxi Driver is on Netflix. Vintage classic De Niro, vintage Scorsese. The movie's very twisted. It's dark. It's just a fun movie. So I highly recommend that one.
I have that queued up, and I started to watch it one night when I was really, really tired, and I started to fall asleep, and I cut it off because I didn't want to miss it.
Yeah.
But I haven't picked it back up again.
Excuse me. It's not for everybody. I'll just say that. But
he plays a psycho, so.
Right. Socially inept person. Like, he's very odd. Works the third shift, like driving a taxi, and the movie kind of touches on like what loneliness does to you, and good movie though. All right. Who else got? Any more picks?
I got one.
Yeah. Go ahead, Paulie.
Shoot, sir.
So here's one that I'm only saying you should watch this because it's on Netflix. And because of all the hype that was built up around it. I did enjoy the movie. I mean, I watched it. I did like it. I don't think it's either actor's best work, but The Interview. I thought it was actually a pretty funny movie.
I didn't see it.
I had some laugh out loud moments with it. Like, I really honestly did. There's a couple parts that had me cracking up. overall, I wouldn't say it's funny the whole time, but there's a couple scenes where they made me laugh.
Truth be told, I have no interest in seeing it, like at all.
None at all, huh?
None, dude. I don't know. It just doesn't get me. I'm not a big James Franco fan. I did like him in City by the Sea, and he's had a couple of good ones, and I don't like the other guy,
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, I don't find him funny, dude. I don't know.
See, I like kind of both of their styles. Yeah, I mean, you can only play the fat, ugly, has a girl way too hot for you, bumbling stoner guy so many times. But he does it every time, and it still keeps working for him. So
yeah,
whatever. He's got a good gimmick. He's making a lot of money. Works for him. But I didn't hate the interview.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'm gonna see it, dude. I'm just, I don't know why. I'm just like so blah with it. But if you guys say that it was worth watching, then I may give it a shot.
Yeah, it definitely had its funny moments.
All right, I got one for you guys.
Sure.
All right, and for the audience listening, one of my favorite actors, Daniel Day-Lewis, and again, this movie's not for everybody either. Like it's a straight acting movie. I thought it was very well done. Stellar performances, specifically by Daniel Day-Lewis. It's called There Will Be Blood. And I think I brought it up to Brian a couple of times.
Dude, you've been telling me that for how long? And it's been in my queue, man. And you've showed me like clips, and you kept me interested. You just know I'm not a big like Western guy, so I have it queued. It's sitting there. It's in my list. I just haven't got around to watching it.
I have so many.
You keep telling me how
like
great
that.
it is.
Dude, you may or may not like it, but it's I think it's a great movie, man. It's like one of my top 20 of all time. Like it's amazing. That's just my take on it.
But I mean, I haven't heard bad things about it. I just
it won a bunch of Oscars, and it was a really, from what I heard, the acting was amazing in it. So
one actor, I think his name is Daniel Plato. He's kind of up and coming. He was in Prisoners with Hugh Jackman. If you guys see a picture of him, you know exactly who it is. Let me just make sure that's his name, so you can Google him later. He did a good job. Daniel Day-Lewis was freaking amazing, and I definitely recommend that movie.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. So I got one for you. This one, it's almost like a regular film kind of / documentary style. And it's pretty good. It's called God's Not Dead. And basically what it does is it follows this kid that goes to a college, and he has this professor, and this professor makes everyone that goes into class when they first start in the philosophy class sign a piece of paper that they don't believe in God and that there is no God. And one of the guys, one of the kids who's Christian, wouldn't sign the piece of paper, so the teacher made him stand up and teach to the entire class for, I think, 3 classes, to try to prove the existence of God. And he took a class where there was, it was like a regular big college class of, 100 kids, like one of those big university halls. Yeah. And, all 99 of them signed the paper that said it. And then at the end of it all, he turns around and he turns the teacher around. And it's really good, heartfelt movie, and kind of makes you feel good when you're all done watching it. So that one's God's Not Dead. You guys should check it out.
Interesting. I saw the title. I want to say I saw it on Netflix. So it's on there right now?
Yeah, it's on there right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Kristen saw it, and I guess they watched it at her church, and she really seemed to enjoy it. So
yeah, it's cool. It kind of it passes the boundaries, talks about the the people that believe in the non-existence of God to people that believe in God, and it's a good movie. It's a feel-good movie.
Yeah, interesting. If I could just touch on the actor's name that I couldn't pin. His name is something Plano, Daniel Plano. He was in Looper too. Anyway,
that's a good movie.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
I don't think that's on Netflix though.
No,
Looper was good.
Have watched it on there.
Yeah.
All right, I got one for you guys, and I'm not going to touch on it too much, but it's called The Man from Earth, and it's like a low budget flick, but it's like extremely deep, dude. Like, I'm going to just read the synopsis. So an impromptu goodbye party for Professor John Ullman becomes a mysterious interrogation after the retiring scholar reveals to his colleagues he never ages and has walked the earth for 14,000 years. And the whole movie kind of takes place pretty much like in a cabin. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a very philosophical, like deep movie. And that's another one that's not for everybody, but it really made you think. Like, you know, I can't say.
What's it called again?
It's called The Man from Earth. Came out in 2007.
You spoiled it for me, but I still want to check it out.
Did I?
Yes.
How?
You told me the twist.
Well, not really, because you have to watch it, and the movie's about like.
I'm saying not in a bad way. I'm not saying like I hate you for spoiling it. I think I told you to tell me, and then
I did.
Oh, like back in the day or something that I told you about?
Back in Geek Squad days.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, don't say that name. They're not paying us any money.
Yeah, fuck Geek Squad.
Neither is Netflix, but we like Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Geek Squad the last company I worked for was a really good company to work for.
Yeah. I repeat. No, I'm not going to repeat that.
Just cut this whole part out.
What's Dave, that reminds me, what's that movie where the guy goes to the moon by himself and then he finds out that there's multiple?
Oh, Moon.
That's really good. I wonder if that's on Netflix. I wonder if that's on Netflix.
Movie, dude. I put you on that one, didn't I?
Go back. What?
It's a movie called Moon, and there's a guy who, I guess you can't really sell it on it without giving it away, but it's still.
Read the synopsis. It's like
yeah.
Man, some big words. I hope I don't mess up here. It says astronaut Sam Bell has a quintessentially personal encounter toward the end of his 3-year stint on the moon, where he, working alongside his computer, Gertrude, sends back to Earth parcels of a resource that has helped diminish our planet's power problems. Now, that sounds boring, but I assure you, Paul, it's a really good
There's a big
movie.
twist. Yeah, there's a big twist in it, and it's really good.
Yes, It has Sam Rockwell, and he's a good actor. He was in Iron Man, or the second Iron Man, I believe. It's a good movie.
If it's on Netflix, I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. I saw it and I immediately told Bri about it. I said, dude, you got to see this movie. It was pretty good.
Yep.
You saw it in the theaters?
No, I caught it on Netflix or something.
Yeah, it was on Netflix because I went on and signed on and watched it there. So I don't know if it still is, but it's definitely a good watch.
All right, who's pick? Because I got a few more.
I think I'm good at this point.
I got a few more, Dave, if you want to.
Okay. All right, so here goes an obscure one, and I don't know, we're probably like running out of time soon, so I'm gonna kind of just blast through these. But it's a documentary. It's called Grizzly Man, and it's based on the amateur bear observer. His name is Timothy Treadwell, and this is like common public information. He got mauled to death and eaten by a bear. So, but the documentary takes place right before that, or it happens during the documentary. And it's just, rest in peace to the deceased, but I'm just gonna be honest, he was not well. And the documentary is not so much about observing bears, it's more about his mental state and watching somebody who is basically insane. And it was very interesting, the whole aspect that he really died, during the making of it. And if I'm not mistaken, you see the bear that kills him. And while you're watching this, you're saying to yourself, this guy's nuts. He had no formal, training. He was just this guy who believed in the kindness of animals. He just was not well. And very interesting documentary, and sad because him and his girlfriend both died. So
yeah. I remember I remember reading that story.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's very interesting. Look into madness. So That's another pick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on there, and I never actually watched it. That was a really popular documentary, if I remember correctly. Like, there was a lot of news stories about that one.
And a little backstory, he kind of like had a Survivor Man style where he would like record himself and be out there in the wilderness by himself. And apparently the mauling was recorded audio-wise, and it's in a vault somewhere, never to be released, but like a few people have heard it, and they play it in a documentary, and somebody hears it, and you see their reaction, and it's just, it's just crazy, man. It's not for the faint of heart, to be honest. Like the documentary. They don't show anything, but it's what's suggested, and the description of like his death in the camp scene. It's, I don't know. I found it interesting though.
Yeah, that's worth a watch.
All right.
So I got one. This one everyone should have seen, but this is an all-time classic action movie and one of Tom Cruise's all-time best ones. Mission Impossible 1 is on Netflix right
Classic.
now. Is it? So it is. Yep. They only had like 2 and 3 on there for a while, but now I saw 1 pop up on there. So if you haven't seen the first Mission Impossible and you're going out, you saw the last one, Ghost Protocol, which kind of had that same kind of essence as the first one. And there's another one coming out. But if you haven't seen the first one, skip the second, skip the third one.
Yeah.
Watch the first one. It's great.
First is probably the best one. It was this classic action movie. Tom Cruise at the top of his game. Great story. All right, I got one. It's called Out of the Furnace, and that's with Christian Bale. And this is the post-Batman era. And it was a good movie. I thought he did a really good job. He went back to his acting roots. It has Ben Affleck's brother, Casey Affleck. It has Woody Harrelson, and I recommend it for a good drama, good crime drama.
I like all of those actors, so I'll definitely take a look.
Yep, good movie. Right, you got another?
Yeah, that's in my queue. I just haven't got to. Yeah, American Beauty. If you guys haven't got the chance to see that one's on Netflix. That's starring Kevin Spacey. He basically has kind of like a midlife crisis, and he meets his neighbor, and his neighbor is like a drug dealer, and he wants to. He's getting divorced, and he has this attraction to his daughter's friend, and it doesn't sound like I'm not selling the movie for you right now, but Kevin Spacey did an amazing job acting in that film. So
of course he did.
American Beauty. It's definitely worth a check out.
Amazing movie, like it really is. Kind of reminded me of Falling Down, like similar themes.
Yep, same kind of theme. I wonder if that's on Netflix. Check that out too, Dave. You got me on Falling Down.
Oh, great movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael
I don't
Douglas.
think it is though. I don't think it is.
I got one. It's called the Iceman, and it has Michael Shannon in it.
I got that on my list too, man.
Yep. It's based on the mafia hitman Richard Kuklinski, who probably killed like over 300 people. Which, dude, his documentary, if you can get a hold of them, they're on HBO. It's so interesting. Like
YouTube.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dave.
Yeah, HBO did a documentary on him, Richard Kuklinski, and I'm not bullshitting you. Watching him on camera sends shivers up your spine. Like, his responses to questions, like, cause you're looking at the face of, like, a stone cold killer.
They have, the interviews, some of the interviews on YouTube. If you watch them, you're, like, looking into, like, a shark. You know, like, his eyes are just glazed over. He's just... You can see like the devil in him. You really can. And he just gives you all these nonchalant answers, cold answers to how he killed people. There's like one he's talking about like I killed what's the most craziest kill or whatever. He's like I shot a guy in the head with a crossbow, and he just delivers it like so.
And he asked him why he did
cold.
He said because I wanted to see what would happen when you shoot someone in the head with a crossbow, like just like nonchalant, like to see if it works.
What the fuck,
Paul? It's crazy, dude. And the movie's based on the real guy, so. And Chris Evans is in it. He plays this other
Iceman. I mean, no, the
Mr. Freezy.
Mr. Freezy, yeah.
Yeah, another serial killer. Who's go? Oh, I picked.
Yeah. My other ones, like you had said, Bad Boys 2 would be my favorite action Michael Bay movie.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I keep bringing that up, but I love Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, like their interaction with each other, and then it's like over the top action. It's a fun movie to check out.
I'm a hater.
I know you're a hater,
I'm not a
but
fan.
I like Bad Boys 2. Not 1, 2.
All right, I got one for you, or for you guys. It's by Clive Barker. It's called Nightbreed. And I think it came out in the 80s, late 80s or early 90s. Very gory, kind of creepy horror movie, and kind of underrated for that genre.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's it's kind of cheesy, but that's the movie with Button Man, as I like to call him.
As you so effectively call him.
Yeah, so the people out there who've heard the term Button Man, if you want to know who Button Man is, watch Nightbreed.
Yeah, I can't believe that's in your top ones.
Can't miss him. I told you I got some cheesy ones on here, dude.
I know, you weren't lying.
That's awesome.
For all you people who haven't seen all the Quentin Tarantino movies, Pulp Fiction is also available on Netflix. And if you haven't seen Pulp Fiction,
one of the few Tarantino movies I even like.
That's Paulie. Paulie, a non-Quentin Tarantino, Quentin Tarantino director hater. He liked Pulp Fiction, so that tells you that movie did a good job.
Yep. All-time
great
classic.
Cast. Yeah, great cast. The way that the story is told, all mixed-matched and kind of messed up, is pretty cool how he did
it. Yeah, that's like one of the greatest movies, dude, of all time. Call me crazy. It's just a great movie.
No, it is. It's right up there.
Let's see. I got another one. Paul, do you have one or are you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'm just gonna blast through these. One of them is called Battle Royale. I believe it's a Japanese movie, and it's subtitled. That's on Netflix.
That one's like the Japanese Hunger Games, right?
Pretty much, but like way more hardcore.
Right, it's like rated R.
Yeah, it's very over the top. It's like this island where these kids are thrown on, and there's like bags of weapons, and it's basically the last man standing, and you get off the island. It's crazy. Yeah. Another one I have is called The Prophecy with Christopher Walken. That's a good flick. He plays the angel Gabriel, and it's just an interesting movie. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's horror. It's kind of horror, but I enjoyed it. Another one, I have two more. Ravenous with Guy Pearce, and the movie is about cannibals in the mountains. Crazy. And like the Wendigo curse, if anyone is familiar with that, how like you eat human flesh and you gain like strength and powers.
I have heard of that.
Good movie. And the last one, it's kind of unknown. I do like the actor. His name is Dominic Purcell. He was in Prison Break, the show.
Yep.
And he played Dracula in the third Blade. It's called Assault on Wall Street. And it got bad ratings, but
I thought it was pretty good though.
But I thought it was a good movie.
It was.
It's a like, I don't want to spoil it, but basically, this guy comes across like hard times, like money wise, like, it's bad economic times. His wife has cancer, and basically he resorts to like doing what he has to do to like save his wife. And I'm not going to spoil it, but like all these doors close on him and he just like snaps. It's a good movie.
He does. Yeah, it's a falling down movie, pretty much.
I keep telling Gil about it. He keeps freaking
No, it's good.
Ducking me on that.
I like that one.
Yeah. But those are all my picks.
So I'll just run down my last couple ones and then we'll wrap up the episode. I couldn't comment on how good of an actor Christian Bale was until I saw this movie, and I really thought he was a dry, bad actor. So American Psycho is definitely a top one that you have to watch, and it definitely shows you Christian Bale's acting chops. So anybody that's out there hating on him for Batman, that's not his best work. I think American Psycho is probably Christian Bale's best work.
I agree.
Braveheart is on Netflix right now, so if you haven't seen that, I mean, it was 1996, people. You should have seen the movie. But if you haven't, Mel Gibson at his prime playing Braveheart is good.
Very similar to Gladiator.
Yes. And kind of that rah-rah, like, action movie that gives you that.
Dude, I was reading up, not to cut you off, but what a coincidence. I was reading up on Mel Gibson last night, and it's funny. I want to say, did he like direct Braveheart or like write parts of it? Because
I think he was I think he played a portion. Yeah, I think he played a big role in the movie.
Because I read something where they were asking him if like if certain parts were historically accurate, and he was like, no, it just seemed cool, and they just like filmed it. Yeah,
that bums me out.
Yeah, but that's a classic, man.
Well, you know how Mel Gibson is. He's off his rocker right now.
Yeah, but he wasn't then.
So the other one, Dave got me on this guy.
What's up?
Event Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that movie before?
I saw that on there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, it's kind of crazy and over the top. Like,
cool premise though.
It is. It's a space sci-fi movie. Not to give anything away, it definitely it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's a really shitty movie, but
no, dude.
No,
it's just twisted, Paul. It's like Hellraiser in space.
Yes,
what?
basically.
Dude,
yeah.
it's crazy. Awesome. Dude, it is. Like, and it has a really cool plot twist and very
Event Horizon.
Event Horizon, dude. It has Sam Neill from Jurassic Park.
Oh, I love Sam Neill.
Lawrence Fishburne.
And it's also got Lawrence Fishburne, yep.
And it got what was that one scene like? Talk to me, baby bear.
Talk to me, baby bear.
Dude, remember that
baby
shit?
Bear?
Come on, baby bear. Paul, you'll see, Paul.
When is the movie from?
95.
Like 90s. Yeah, 90s summer.
Nice. So it was like right around Jurassic Park, Sam Neill.
Yep.
All right.
It's great.
I got two more, and then we can wrap it up. Sixth Sense. M. Night Shyamalan's only good movie, and it's the number one top like movie twist. You know, at the end, you kind of didn't see it coming. And the other one would be Fargo. I don't know if you guys have seen that one.
No,
but that's a pretty good movie to check out. It's kind of a classic. It's kind of like crime movie.
Yeah, dude, I didn't see Fargo, but I did see Argo.
Oh, okay.
Does that count? Because it's off by one letter.
Close
Argo's an Affleck movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Word.
Cool.
All right. So
hey, can I just say that you guys actually picked good movies, and I picked some fucking Nightbreed and fucking, but I said that I was gonna pick some obscure, like,
I tried to pick some sleepers, not like top rated ones, but then I threw some top rated ones in there.
Keep in mind,
watch.
My list is gone. That was pretty much off the dome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good shit.
All right, gentlemen. That was great.
Right, so that gives you guys a good idea on some of the stuff you should check out on Netflix right now, recommendations from us. If you like any of the movies that we saw or that we recommended, hit us up on Facebook, let us know. And if we missed anything that's sitting on Netflix right now, which I'm sure we did,
quite a few.
Let us know about that too. Yeah, I stopped making my list because it was way too long. So maybe we can pick up on an episode later on down the road on new stuff for Netflix, because not everything's on there right now.
Hope you guys get a kick out of the technical difficulties we had as well.
Yes.
I know we did. We had some fun.
Had a laughing attack. And if you guys out there, if you guys watch Event Horizon and like it, I want you to personally just like type or write, "Come on, baby bear," on the Newbreed page. Can you do that for me?
Right on the Newbreed page, guys. And hashtag it on Twitter and hit us up.
For me.
At Newbreed Film.
Do it for me, guys.
Do it for Dave.
Come on,
do it for bear. All of us.
Come on, baby bear.
Baby bear, stay with me.
All right, fellas.
I can't wait to see this.
All right.
Gentlemen, good night.
I gotta say though,
boys and girls.
Before we sign off, I personally walked away with some movies that I'm going to check out, I believe.
Absolutely. Yep.
Dave, probably every single movie that we've
get that list again.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna have to re-listen because I forgot.
Oh yeah, I can do that too. I can just listen to it.
That's
all right, guys.
That's a common thing with me. I forget things. All right,
gentlemen.
All right, guys. Later.
Have a good night. Later.